The Siskiyou County Sheriff's Office tells me there's been 6 officers in California killed in the line of duty this year, and that's the second highest in the nation. It's one of the many reasons the agency says they aren't in favor of the new law changing the standard for when lethal force can be used.
392 is now law in the state of California.
On Monday, California Governor Gavin Newsom signed Assembly Bill 392 into law. It's being called one of the strictest use of force laws in the country.
Most of the time, you don't have a lot of time to deliberate. You have to make split-second decisions.
Siskiyou County Sheriff John Lope says the legislation was heavily influenced by the death of Stephen Clark, a black man shot and killed by police in Sacramento in March of 2018. Officers believe the cell phone he was holding was a gun.
Come here, gun!
You know, he thrust that cell phone in the dark towards the officers. He refused to submit to arrest. And you can argue that, well, if they thought he had a gun in the dark, what they did was objectively reasonable.
In a high-stress situation, Sheriff Lope says law enforcement needs to have the tools and support to protect themselves and other people. He says changing the law from reasonable to necessary could hinder that.
It could put officers or deputies, detectives in a difficult position, because then they have to, in their mind, they have to have confidence that they're going to get support when they use force.
In addition to safety concerns, Sheriff Lope says the legislation could open his agency and others to more civil suits. But when it comes to how the legislation will affect them day to day, he says they will adapt to it and do their best to comply.
Potentially, you're placing peace officers in a difficult situation, and they could be harmed as a result of this, because hesitating is not good in this profession.
In Wairika, Amanda Rose, NBC 5 News.
The bill passed the California legislature with bipartisan support. Supporters like the American Civil Liberties Union of Southern California say the law previously gave cover to police shootings that could have been avoided. In an online statement, the organization wrote, police officers are, quote, rarely held accountable for bad shootings, and little is done to prevent more shootings from happening, end quote.